Hi virtual fam, and welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to sit down with you guys and just talk with you so that you guys could get to know me a little bit better. As you can see, I am just like in my comfortable lounge wear. I'm at home, and I don't know, I just randomly had the thought like to sit down with you guys and just talk more about my life so that y'all can really get to know me more. I know I just did like a Q&A, a fun Q&A a while back, but I just feel like I didn't really tell you guys about my life and myself as general. It was just like fun questions and things like that. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe right now and click the bell to be notified when I post new content. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so I am from a small country town called Oxford, North Carolina. A lot of people, even people around the area, have never even heard of it. So yes, it is on the map. And I'm a country down-to-earth girl. A lot of people, like in high school, they thought that I was like stuck up and stuff because I am more reserved. I know in my vlogs, you know, I'm usually a little louder and more vibrant, but that's because I'm that way around people that are closest to me, like my closest loved ones and things like that. I am loud then, but like around strangers and things like that, I'm normally not like that. I'm more reserved. I would even say, well, not shy anymore, but I used to be very shy. So yeah, people thought that I was stuck up in high school, and I had so many people that actually got to know me, and they told me, I used to think that you was stuck up in school, but now you seem so down to earth and stuff. And I'm like, well, dang, okay. I have always loved fashion. When I was younger, I used to love to play dress up. My mom would even play dress up with us. Like, we would have like a photo shoot and things like that. We would get dressed up in our clothes, and she would do our makeup, and we would take pictures. I actually have some old photos of one of the times when she played dress up with us. So I always loved fashion. My dad, he's no longer here with us. He passed away in 2009, the same year that I was pregnant with my son, and I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, my mom and my dad, they definitely were very fashionable back in their day. My dad, he used to call himself GQ. Like when they were back in their clubbing days, they used to dress alike and stuff. And I'll probably be sharing more pictures of like them back then when they used to dress up like that, because I do have some pictures, some old pictures of them, you know, in their fly days. Yeah, my mom and my dad definitely were very fashionable. They love to dress up so the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But yeah, I definitely used to want to be a model. I know I mentioned that in my last vlog, but I wanted to be a model so bad, especially around the time when America's Next Top Model was out. I used to watch it all the time, and then I would like be in the mirror practicing, you know, my different looks and like, you know, all that stuff like that. But yeah, because I really had dreams and hopes of becoming a model, and then I guess somewhere along the line I kind of let that dream go as I was getting older and I had my family, you know, I had my kids and stuff. You know how sometimes you put yourself on the back burner? That's kind of what I did. So I'm getting more into the things that I used to love, like fashion and, you know, all the things that made me me. I'm getting back to those things now, making more time for myself to do that. I also used to love to sing. I thought that maybe one day I would be a singer. I do not want to do that anymore, but I don't even think I can sing like I used to. But I come from, on my mother's side, like I come from like a singing family, as they would say. Fun fact, I think it skipped a generation because none of my mom and her siblings, they don't really sing. So but my grandmother, my mother's mother, that woman can blow, like for real. Y'all need to hear her sing. Like she can really she can sing, okay? My grandmother, my mother's mother, she had us in the church a lot. We actually used to sing in church, so any chance that my grandma would get, she would make us sing. And there were those particular ones that she would make sing. I was stubborn, so she couldn't really get me to sing like that, but she tried. But yeah, so we definitely grew up in the church. And yes, I'm Christian. I'm still Christian. I will never step away from my faith for nobody because I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? God has brought me through a whole lot of stuff, and I know him for myself. okay? Nobody had to tell me to serve him. I do that myself because he's been too good to me in my life. He showed me numerous times who he is, and I had to find him for myself, and that's what I did. And I love him. When I was in high school, I used to dress really bold. I had like this crazy style, and it was just pretty much me being me. Even though I was more timid and reserved, nobody seen the bold side of me really in high school because I didn't really, I don't know, I was just really timid in high school. But I definitely had a wild style, and I used to play around with my fashion a lot. I used to upcycle a lot. I didn't have a lot of money growing up, so there were times where I would be watching TV and I would see like a look that I wanted, but I knew I couldn't get it, I couldn't afford it, so I would try to recreate it myself. And I think that's where a lot of my creativity with fashion comes from. And you know, I had to be creative, and it just, some of the stuff that I wore, no, I would not wear, but it was very creative for its time, and even for its time was a little crazy, but you know, anyways, yeah, I was definitely very creative when it came to fashion. So yeah, fashion has always been a part of me. With home decor, like I love, now that I've gotten older and I have my own home and things like that, now I love home decor more. I used to not focus so much on it, but I love it now, and because I just love making my house feel like a home. And so home decor really excites me, especially during like the fall, because I love for the house to feel cozy and stuff like that. So I love decorating for fall. Back to where I said I wanted to be a singer. I used to write songs when I was younger. I have like so many songs that I have written, and I actually sang one in a talent show, and I kind of forgot the words to my own song. Like I seriously did, and I had to like pause, and I was like, oh wait, and then I got back on track though. You know, I got back on track, but yes, I forgot the words to my own song. Yeah, so I used to love to sing, and I don't really sing much these days. Every now and then, you know, I'll sing, but I don't really be serious like I used to. But yeah, so I have a lot of cousins. My sisters can sing. Our mother cannot sing. I'm wondering if my children will maybe have that gene. I don't know yet. My son, he seems to be more interested in singing, so we will see how that goes as he get older, his voice matures, and he, you know, I guess come into his voice and stuff. We'll see if he'll be able to sing or if he'll take back after his daddy. Back to my father. When I was pregnant with my son, I was young. I was 19 or 20 when I got pregnant with my son. And my father, he had cancer. When I was in high school, we found out he had cancer. And then he was in remission for years, and then it came back. And so, yeah, my father was in the hospital for majority of the beginning of my pregnancy. And that was really a really hard time. You know, because I was preparing to bring this life into the world, but I was losing my dad at the same time. And honestly, I don't even think I realized that I was really losing him, because it felt surreal. Like in my mind, I was thinking he's going to make it, he's gonna pull through. I wish that you guys could know my father. Like, he was one of the most genuine souls ever. Like, he was so kind, and he was so positive, always positive. Even when he was going through, he was still putting other people first. Like, that's just the type of guy that he was. And anybody who knows him, just like, everybody loved my dad. Everybody knew my daddy, because he would talk your head off, okay? I think it was a month before I found out what I was actually having, my dad passed away. And so that was really, really hard. I'll never forget the last conversation that I had with him. He was pretty much telling me that at first he was disappointed. He never ever told me that he was disappointed because I had gotten pregnant. You know, I wasn't married and I was young and I didn't have my life together then. He never told me that he was disappointed in me. He always showed love, even though, but I could feel that he was disappointed. You know, he never mistreated me or was mean to me about it or said anything to me about it. You know, I went to visit him and he was telling me, he was like, you know, at first I was, you know, disappointed, but he was like, I'm actually kind of excited now. And my birthday had passed, I believe, and he told me that when he get out, he was gonna celebrate with me, but that never happened. So yeah, that was definitely a tough time. Like, I literally just remember every night crying myself to sleep, and my husband, he would try to console me, and this was before we were, you know, married, but he wasn't my husband then, but you know, he would try to console me and stuff. But it was just like, I can't even describe. It was such a weird time because I was excited about, like I said, excited about bringing this life into the world, you know, excited about preparing for my baby. But you know, I was sad because I finally realized, like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm losing my father. And my dad, he's always been in my life. He was like the best father ever. So there's never a moment where I can remember him not ever being there. So that was really hard. And then my son would have been his first grandchild. So it was just, that was a really tough time in my life, and it still to this day I think about him every day. You know, that was in 2009, but you know, I still talk to my children about him. I tried my best to explain the type of guy that he was and how much he would have loved to spend time with them and make memories with them, because he was all about the memories. Like, he, and I think that's where, well, I know that's where myself and my sister, where we get that from. We always do a lot with the kids, because we love creating memories. Any fun thing, any small memory that we can create, that's what we do. And we get that from my dad because he was really big on that. He was really big on family, and that's where I get that from. That's why I love family so much, and family is so important to me. So he definitely has left a legacy behind. That was definitely that's definitely one of the toughest things that I've ever had to go through. One of the greatest losses that I've ever gone through. And I did go through one recently last year where I lost, you know, a first cousin of mine, and you know, that was really tough because we grew up in the same household, you know, and he was one of my younger cousins, so that was really hard on our family. I never lost somebody that young, that close to me before, and it was so sudden. So that was really hard, and you know, we're still trying to cope with that. And you know, I lost him around the time where I was preparing to get my tubal reversal. And you know, I remember going to his funeral, and I was still sore, and everything just felt so bizarre. It was just like, I don't know, that was just crazy. Yeah, we're getting better and trying to cope with things like that. So yeah, not to depress you guys or anything, you know, our faith in God has kept us as a family unit, kept us close, and kept us, you know, strong. God is our strength. He gives us our strength, and you know, he's continuing to strengthen us and comfort us during this time as we, you know, try to live a new norm, you know, without those loved ones. But yeah, God has definitely brought us through so much in our family, and I'm just so grateful to have God in my life, because I don't know where I would be without him. Like, honestly, he's brought us through some very tough down times. Like, when I was at my lowest of my low, it was God that kept me. It was God that kept our family. And so how can I not give him praise for that? That's where my strength comes from. That's where our strength comes from. So yeah, we are definitely believers over here. So yeah, when I met my husband, I was at a low point in my life. wasn't even looking for anybody, and then I met him, and like I said, we did get pregnant before we were married. We didn't do things in the right order by any means, but I'm just grateful that God worked it all out, and that you know, I thank God for his grace and mercy that, you know, everything worked out. And we got married May 1st 2009, and that was one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life. Like, when he asked me to marry him, I didn't even hesitate. I was not scared. There was like nothing in me that, there was no kind of doubt. And for me, I never thought that that would happen, because I always wondered, were people afraid of that type of commitment? Or, you know, I was not afraid. Like, when he asked me, I burst out crying, and I didn't think that I would be the type to actually cry when somebody proposed to me. Like, I did not expect that. I was like, it was so many emotions running through me, and I was just like so overwhelmed with joy that I just burst out crying and stuff like that. And it was just so sweet the way that he proposed to me. He proposed on Valentine's Day, and it was like he did like this little game show thing. He asked me a question, and then if I get the question right, he'll give me a prize. And so the last question, of course, he asked would I marry him, and of course I said yes. And you know, he had the ring, and I just like burst out crying. So yeah, that was one of the best decisions in my life. And I was just like, even though I had just suffered such great loss, it was a weird time, because I was still sad from losing my father, but I was so full of joy for my son and for my new husband. And so it was like a bittersweet moment, you know. And of course, you know, the feeling of like, man, I wish my dad was here to see this. And there's been so many times where I would be like, man, you know, I bet my dad would be so proud. Or what would he say if, you know, he would be so proud to know that I accomplished this, or that, you know, I accomplished that. He would have so much fun with his grandkids, you know. So I do have those, still have those moments, you know. I can't help but, you know, still think about him, because he was that's just how great he was. That was my dad, you know. And so yeah, but marrying my husband was definitely one of the best decisions ever. Like, I really, really love that man so much. Like, he brings me so much joy. Like, he really does. I love our family life, and I love the way that he loves me, you know. And I just love the type of person that he is. You know, it's crazy because I see so many traits of my father in him, and that just blows my mind. Like, because I'm like, my dad to me was so one of a kind. So for me to be able to marry a husband that is so genuine and kind and reliable like my dad, it's like, I feel so grateful. Like, I'm just so grateful. And of the type of father that he is too. Like, I see so many qualities of my dad in him, and I love it. But I love him for who he is, but I do see those qualities of my father, and you know, the things that I love so much about my dad, and that just like blows my mind. Like, I love it. We have been married for 11 years, and it will be 12 years this May. And I'm loving every minute of it, and I pray for many more. My husband, yes, my husband. I absolutely love my husband. I absolutely love my in-laws, like his mom and his sisters, and I just love, they are the most genuine people. Like, I feel like it is a huge blessing when you not only love your spouse, but you love your spouse's family too. So I have 3 siblings. There is my oldest sister, Shantae. Then I have my little sister, Kennedy. We call her Kay. Then I have my little brother, Rashad. And fun fact, he is a year older than my son. Yes, it's little, you know, it's not a traditional kind of family, but I'm so grateful because he is my mother's only son. He is our only, well, he is me and my older sister's only brother, and I always wanted a brother. So like, he was definitely a blessing definitely the spoiled one. Yes, he is. But yeah, and I do love, like, I love the fact that him and my son and, you know, our kids, they all get to grow up together. So that's very, very special. And we have so much fun with them. Like, we are always doing something with the kids, all of us together. And to me, that is just like so special. My siblings and my mom, we all have such a strong bond. We are very, very close. I know you guys can see that in my vlogs. They are pretty much always in my vlogs, so because they are over here a lot, we are always around each other, and I love that about us. And I love our family dynamic, and yeah, we're very, very close. Family is very important to me, so so yeah, I love it so much. And we have the best mother in the world. She's always there. Like, she has really, really came through so many times. When I was pregnant with baby girl Nuri, you know, she was here and we got quarantined. We were all quarantined together, and she would make us breakfast every morning. And I know I was so annoying, but like, she put up with me, and she made pancakes every morning because that was like the only thing that I could eat at one point. So yeah, I'm just so grateful for her, and I just love her to death. Yeah, me and my sisters, we're very close. Not only me and my older sister, but me and my younger sister, I am older than her by 11 or 12 years, I think. So I used to change her diapers, but since she's gotten older, we have become very close. And you know, I really do love having her around, and our relationship is really funny because, you know, we joke around a lot, we fake argue and stuff like that. So she's really fun to have around. She keeps us young. Her personality, she is more like the laid back one. My older sister, she's bossy. No, but really she is bossy, but it comes in handy because when we need like a pick-me-up, or we're not sure what we need to be doing, we be like, you know, come boss us around, we need some inspiration, like tell us what to do, we being unproductive. So you guys know by now I have 3 children. I have my son, who is the oldest. His name is Lorenz, and he is 11 years old. My dad's name was Larry, and I named my son after him. The way I spell his name is L-A-R-Y-N-Z instead of E-N-Z, because of course my dad's name is Larry, so I definitely wanted to incorporate his name into my son's name. And I have my oldest daughter. Her name is Kamora, and she is she 10? And she is 10 years old. And I have my baby girl Nuri, and she is 6. She's 6 months old. She was born July 30th. Her due date was September 2nd, and then I was supposed to be induced August 12th with her, and she decided to come July 30th. So yeah, we have 2 dogs. We have a female dog. Her name is Coco. She's York. And then we have a Shapu. He's black and he's a boy. And then we have 2 lizards because my husband, he likes lizards. One of them is a Eurymastix, and his name is Rocky. And then we have a gecko whose name is Goku. So yeah, we have 4 pets in total. Busy household, a lot going on, as you guys can tell. So yeah, very hectic around here sometimes, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. Like, I love it. I decided to start this business because I always had a thing for entrepreneurship. I knew I wanted to do something big one day, something, I guess, like out of the box kind of. And I thought that it would maybe be like, oh, I'm going to be a singer, or I'm going to be a model. I didn't really know, but now I don't know what the future holds for my business or whatever I want to do. But I did start this business, Jazzy Virtue. It started out as a blog, and I will be still posting blogs every now and then because I'm focusing more on my YouTube channel now, which is this right here. Hi guys. Because I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone, and so this YouTube channel is me stepping outside of my comfort zone. There are a lot of things that I didn't do because I was afraid and I was too timid, but I'm trying to not be that way anymore. I'm trying to, like I said, step outside of my comfort zone, and that's why I have this YouTube channel. And I want to continue to make great content for you guys, and you know, share my life with you guys, and any, you know, business ventures that I do, anything, like my family life, just whatever, because I just want to inspire other women to chase their dreams, to really be as fabulous as God has created them to be. Because yes, we are mothers, yes, some of us are wives, and you know, we have a lot of things going on, but we also need to make time for ourselves as well, and we need to remember who we are. You know, we have things that we have to do too outside of being a wife and a mother. You know, we have gifts and talents and things that we still need to use, and those things God gave us to use, you know, so that we can be a blessing to other people. And so that's what, you know, I'm really just trying to do. I'm trying to be everything that God has created me to be, you know, in every aspect of my lives. And I want to share that with you guys because I'm hoping that it will inspire somebody, you know. Yeah, so here I am now with this YouTube channel, and I'm trying to grow my business. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm trying to find time for me, you know, more me time. And also I need to find more time to set aside for God each day, not just every now and then. But like, you know, I'm not perfect and nobody is, but we really need to try, you know, to do better. And that's what, you know, I want to try to do better with that, setting more time aside for God to read and study his word and things like that, because you know, that's very, very important. And so yeah, that's pretty much where I am now. And so I don't know, I just decided to sit down and talk to you guys, and this conversation is just like kind of, I didn't plan for this. I just felt like I wanted to sit with you guys so you can get to know me better. I don't even know how this video is going to turn out because it's so random, but honestly, I just hope you guys enjoy this video. And I may do more sit down videos like this, just like, you know, I feel like I'm just chatting with y'all or whatever. But so if you guys like this vlog, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, do you guys want to see more of these type of vlogs or what? If not, I don't know, I'll try to do something else. Until next time, bye guys.